Well, it's well established at this point that the left believes every single person on earth has the moral right to enter this country, legally or not. But the most avant-garde liberals are finding a new right for illegal aliens, the right to have an abortion at taxpayer expense. Kristen Hawkins is president for Students for Life of America. She wrote a piece about this phenomenon for The Federalist, and she joins us tonight. Kristen, thanks for going on.
Thanks for having me, Tucker.
So this is one of those stories, it's kind of hard to believe it's true, but you fill in the blanks. Liberals are arguing that U.S. taxpayers somehow have an obligation to fund abortions for illegal aliens. True?
That's right. This young girl entered our country illegally. She's from Central America. She informed the government once she was apprehended that she was pregnant and that she wanted to have an abortion. Not surprisingly, the ACLU seized this opportunity, along with their abortion allies, to mandate that taxpayers facilitate her abortion. And this is it's a shocking case because it shows you just how far the ACLU, their friends at Planned Parenthood, and the abortion industry want to take their extremist abortion agenda. They want to use this girl. And what they're trying to do is use her as sort of a Jane Roe 2.0 to internationalize Roe versus Wade. And they're declaring that she has a constitutional right to have a taxpayer-funded abortion, which the last time I checked, the Constitution only applies to Americans.
Well, I don't think it directly addresses whether or not we have an obligation to pay for the abortions for legal aliens. I mean, it almost seems like, I mean, the left loves abortion. They think it's the key to freedom and personal liberation, as you know. But it almost seems like it's not really about abortion. It's the ACLU and affiliated groups seeing how high they can raise the middle finger in the face of middle America and say, you know what, we hate you, we despise your values, and we're going to do exactly what we want to make you pay for it, whether you like it or not.
That's right. And this is something that goes against the majority of Americans with their wishes. Majority of Americans are against taxpayer-funded abortions. And now they're just doing this again. And, you know, what they actually tried to use this girl's case to add onto their additional lawsuit that they're already trying to stop Catholic Charities, which is one of the largest charities in our country, from receiving federal grants to help refugees and immigrants. So this is just their anti-life, their anti-faith agenda coming out in full force. And that's what we're seeing. And that's why, really, it's so important that we have President Trump there in D.C. We have a pro-life administration, a pro-life HHS, because they're the ones trying to protect this young girl from the ACLU, from Planned Parenthood, who are just simply using her as Jane Roe 2.0.
Boy, I mean, you wouldn't even, I mean, I am pro-life, but you wouldn't have to be in order to find this appalling. The idea that, I mean, so if some federal judge decides, in fact, the Constitution's been hiding this obligation for 225 years, would this mean that U.S. taxpayers have an obligation to fund the abortion of, like, anybody from around the world who comes here for one?
That's right. And this is setting up dangerous precedents. What this is going to do is going to tell any young, scared girl in Central America or anywhere else in the world, come to the United States illegally or legally, and we'll fund a taxpayer-funded abortion for you. This is some dangerous stuff, especially when you consider this young girl coming from Central America who made that dangerous, life-threatening journey to cross our borders. And this is the signal we're going to be sending out across the world.
Yeah. See, this is why Trump's going to win again. Because no matter how flawed he is, normal people look at the alternative and say, you know what? You scare me. Because you're nuts, actually, and you're haters.
That's right. They're extremists.
Now, that's for sure. Kristen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.